Hello, what's up my friends? How are you today? I hope you are doing well. My name is Dennis Marks and I'm here with my friend Ryan Sullivan, and we are driving back to LA, right?
Right.
And we have more ideas to start a really good conversation, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because always we do things like this, and our conversations are really good.
Yeah, I appreciate
So we're gonna start chatting about to pay the price. That's right?
Yes. Yep, the idea of paying the price.
Paying the price.
And what that means, and what that can mean for anybody.
Okay.
So we got to talking about it earlier today, and we thought it'd be a good topic for us to explore, and we saved it. So we haven't really talked about much of it today.
Yeah.
So when you hear pay the price, what do you initially think? Just generalities.
So, money,
right?
Money. But I had one idea. I thought, actually, is the way that I see my life. For example, you can go to the gym and pay a lot of money, but if you don't pay the price, you won't change your body. This is the kind of price that I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
It's not about the money.
Not about money.
You know, make sense for you?
Absolutely. It's not about paying to get something, which is normal, but in the same respect, it's kind of similar, because you have to. It's what are you giving to get something in return?
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
So we got to talking today. I think the gym's the perfect one. Why don't we start with that? Because there's so many examples of it. The gym, you pay the money, right? But you're not going to get results unless you pay the price. That's what you just said.
Yes.
So what is paying the price then for you?
Just do what I need to do to get there.
Okay. And during that, is it going to be easy?
Of course not, because this is the reason that it's a price. You know?
Exactly.
It's not easy for anyone or for a lot of people to pay like internet. What? I need to pay the internet. I need to pay the light, the energy. I need to pay water, and the water is natural. It's from the earth. I have to pay. This is crazy.
It's crazy.
You know? So okay.
Gotcha.
But it's not easy for you to put your hands in your pocket and get your money and give for someone.
True.
Okay?
True.
But you can be comfortable to do it because you know why you are paying to have energy in your home.
Water,
electricity, and the gym.
Yeah, the value. You see the value in it.
Perfect.
Right? Okay, gotcha.
So it's the same thing with the energy. So for me, money, the bills, represent energy, a kind of energy. But you have to think that the energy you can change. You can give for your energy for someone else to get this money. You know, you can send your energy for someone because you want to, and you have your strategy, or to help someone, or to build your company, or you think about it. It's not my problem. You know? But the point is, we have money that represents energy, and we have the energy. What is the energy?
What is the energy? Yeah, exactly. And that, you know, there's I think a good way to start it would be, let's talk about the gym, for example.
Okay.
So along your lines, if it's not a monetary value, it's something you're giving. Right? What are you giving? You're talking in energy. So if you pay the money at the gym, are you going to get results if you don't go?
No. You have to put your energy now.
Your energy into it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a hard thing to understand too, is because there's so many easy ways to get things right, but unless you truly put in the effort and know what you want, and you're consistent with it, and you battle through the hard times, you know, it's not going to come as easy as you think. And I think that's the idea of paying the price.
Yeah.
Paying the price is something that it's more of a psychological, you feel it, like you said, the energy. It's something that you're exerting yourself in more than just giving money.
Yeah.
You know, you're challenging yourself. You're giving a part of you, a part of your time, a part of your energy for something in return.
Yeah.
And the gym is a good example because, you know, say you do go to the gym and say you go use the machines and stuff like that, and you know, use them leisurely, you know, do some this, do some that, but you don't really have a structure, you don't have any real focus, but you go every day and you don't see results, and you're like, why am I not seeing results? Why? I go every day, I do the things, but I think
I be there, seated in the machine and looking to my cell phone. I don't know why I'm going there.
I was talking with my friend. My friend was there. We were having a conversation.
He's proof. This the moment.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. So, I mean, and I think that's it. Like, if you have a focus, you go there, right? It's not just about showing up. Showing up is half of it.
Ryan, I think a good way to show to her or to him, for him, I don't know what's right.
To them.
To them.
Yeah.
No, just for one person, single person. You.
To you.
Yeah,
You.
for you. So let's try to give to you some examples.
Okay.
A book. You have a lot of information over there. You pay the money, but now you have to pay the price to put this knowledge in your head. You have to read the book. It's you giving the energy to the universe to get the reward.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Now, could the energy be considered as the time you're spending reading the book? Is that your energy you're putting towards it? Or?
Like you use your focus to do something with a kind of objective, goal. If you want to do it with your consciousness, if you go there to read the book and you do it, you get the reward.
Yes, and you know, that's a great example, because I think there's two ways to look at reading a book. Say you bought it, whatever,
To
and
put
now
in your biblioteca, library. Yeah.
just buy it for your library.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah, that's it. Look at all my books. But reading it is one thing, and I had the challenge learning how to read books, because I would read a book and not remember or retain anything. I would read the words. I read it, no comprehension of what I was learning.
Because you have no interest in.
Exactly. Yes.
It's not truly for you.
True.
You're just like a machine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah? And I realized that, and this is an example of paying the price for me, is that I need to be a active reader. I need to be putting my focus and putting my energy on what this book is trying to tell me. Otherwise, I'm not going to get out of it what the author is trying to teach me. So, for example, you read a book, or you wrote a book, and it tells you how to help your mind, how to be conscious. And I read it, and I just kind of read through it fast. But I think it takes an effort of the reader to truly get in, understand, and comprehend what's being said for it to have more benefit for you. And I think that's kind of an example of paying the price.
Yes.
Because it's easy to read, but if you're not reading with focus or a goal in mind or whatever, you're not paying the price.
Yeah. For example, you can pay with checks. We can pay a long term, right?
Yeah.
Like monthly, or we can pay like, yes, it's here.
All of it up front. Yeah.
For me, to read a book, for you to pay the price, like I'm read the book, is one kind of those examples. But for me, it was easier to listen to the book.
Oh, there you go.
So I just put a play, my earphones, and I start to do anything that I need to do, that I don't need to put a lot of focus. Like, I have to wash the dishes. I can't read a book at that time. So I started to listen my book. But I only listen to the books that I'm really interested. If I'm interested, man, I will devour this. I will get this. I will try to understand better than the author. I will question him. I will have conversations in my mind with that guy.
Good.
You know,
Yeah.
and with this exercise, I start to, as I told you, I start to study about spirituality.
Okay.
I start to have contact with one book that the title is The Kybalion,
Okay.
from the old Egypt,
Oh, wow.
5,000 years ago.
Babylon?
No,
Oh, I think
no,
it's
before.
Babylon. Wow.
I think so, yeah, before. 5,000 years ago, and a guy like Jesus Christ,
Okay.
Hermes Trismegistus,
Okay.
and they have a lot of things. The pendulum that I told you
Yeah.
today morning early, and I start to think about it and kind of conversation in my mind with that guy. How can you do it? How did you get there? If you did it, I will do it too. Let me try. This is my turn right now, you know?
That's great.
So, because I was really interested in the subject,
Yeah.
you know? So, I was paying the price like easily.
That's easy because you're
Like,
interested in it.
Yeah.
Interested in it. Now, what if it's something that's new to you, right? Say it's something you're interested in, and like for example, we could call it like there's a lot of self-help out there,
Okay.
right? And perhaps someone might not think they need self-help, right?
Okay.
They might not need a book that teaches them about their mind or what happens in their brain, right? So it might not interest them.
So this is the way that you have a bill to pay, and you don't pay the bill at the date. You start to get
Behind, past due.
That's it, my friend. You will pay the price, but you think that you don't need to, or you don't remember, or you don't discover it, but you will have to pay more, like paying.
You'll be charged a lot of interest, a lot of penalties.
Interest, yeah,
a lot of penalties. Yeah.
If you don't know, if you don't remember, if you think that's not important, if you think some bill is not important for you, okay, don't pay. You don't need to pay,
And the
but
interesting,
you have to pay it.
the interesting thing is, you'll pay one way or the other.
Yeah.
You may not even be aware of it.
Yeah.
Right. So say you put in the effort and you pay the price in listening, reading a book, however you absorb it, whatever interests you, and you do that. Well, you're paying the price now. It's right in front of you. Well, say you put it off and you forget about it. Well, you're still going to be paying a price, but a much heavier price.
Yeah, heavier.
But you might not even recognize that it was because you didn't pay your bill before, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good point, that you're going to pay a lot more
Yeah.
later on.
It's gonna be heavier. Yeah.
And I'd like to hear how I'd like to hear you explore this, because I think we're getting into the realm of paying the price for helping yourself. You know, we gave an example of the gym. You know, unless you go put effort in there, consistent effort, and you challenge yourself beyond your limits, you're not going to see a lot of progress.
Yes.
Right? We did the reading, how you absorb information. You're not going to get that information or wisdom or knowledge unless you decide to put effort into listening or reading a book. So now let's put it in the context of helping your mind.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Gatorade. Absolutely. Let's put it in the context of helping ourselves. You know, like with our mind. You think that there's a way to pay the price for, in a way that can help us see things differently, or get through difficult times or difficult emotions? Is there a way to pay the price that?
I think so. If you start to be ready to go out your comfort zone, that's it. This is the unique thing that you need to do to start to wake up your mind. Your mindset. You will understand that you have one if you go out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
If you have contact with new things, there is no way you will start to grow up. You will start to expand. You know?
Yeah.
You are your conscience.
Yep.
Your conscience take care of your perspective. Your perspective will show you problems and solutions. If you start to expand, you will see more solutions or more problems, but you you will be able, with your experience, to put everything together and create more and more and more. That's the way.
Can you give me an example of what paying the price might look like or might feel like on that specific journey of trying to understand yourself better? Like what would paying the price look like or feel like? So
if I'm sad and I'm depressed,
okay,
I have like a cycle. My days is like the same. To pay the price, you have to broke this cycle. You have to start to speak with people that you didn't speak before. You have to start to read things that you didn't read before. You have to start a sport if you never did before. You have to go for places that you usually never go. You will have to start to look for the directions that you never tried before.
And I can assume that they are going to be difficult, very challenging. Like you're going to want to stop sometimes, right? Like
back to the gym.
Yep.
Is easy?
No, of course not.
Paying the price.
Exactly. So say you're depressed, right? And you have these feelings of sadness, and you feel
soul.
Yeah, yeah. You feel like you feel worthless. You feel like there's nothing you can do right, or nothing works out in your favor, right?
Yeah.
I think a good example of paying the price. I mean, that's going to create some really hard, probably challenging emotions to handle.
Yes.
Obviously, if you're depressed, it's a hard thing to go through, right? So that feeling, I think paying the price is being able to not let that feeling stop you, right?
I think at that point, I think pay the price is make us a decision.
Make a decision.
Only one. I want to be better. I need to leave this place, this dark place, you know? One decision can change your life.
Entire life.
You know? I think when we are, or you are, or I was, when I was depressed, the thing that changed my life was a decision. When I made a decision, yes, everything started to change. It wasn't easy. Was not easy, but I did it, and now I'm feeling good.
Wow.
You know, now I'm feeling good. But the depression for me, I can't say for another person, but for me and for anyone that can feel the same thing that I was feeling, I felt that the depression hold me for don't do any kind of decision, because everything was like gray. Everything, there is no color in the life at that time, you know. I didn't want to do nothing. I just want to be at the bed every day, all the days,
Sleeping,
you know, just there. I didn't want to do nothing. So this situation made me feel that I couldn't do any decision. I couldn't make any decision. But when I
put your foot down,
when I put my foot down and I made a decision, everything started to change.
Wow, that's awesome.
I decided to get out of that situation. I really decided, and now I know you only need to do to make a decision for everything in your life, not only with depression, with your job, with your family, with your
relationship,
anything, you know.
I think that's a good point. How it can spread across so many different areas of your life, right? Depression obviously is a very heavy one, but let's take something like work. You know, there's a lot of people who are unhappy with their work for whatever reason, right? And that neither here or there, but I think there's a way that if you learn how to pay the price in any area in your life, work, one of them, right? That you're paying the price for growth, for something that's going to bring you something different than what you know, right? So, for example, say you're working and you have a colleague that just outperforms you, or makes you feel like, you know, that the work you're doing, even though you're working hard, isn't isn't you're not achieving as much, right? You're not getting the recognition, if that's what you like, or you're not making enough money, or whatever it is, right? Well, I would take for example that the idea of paying a price in that scenario would be, you gotta, one, make a decision.
Yeah.
Make a decision for what? I want to improve myself. I don't want this feeling. Boom. Okay, how do I do it? How can I be better at my job? Well, he knows all the contacts, or he gets all his work done, or this and that. It's like finding areas that are maybe weaknesses of yours, and being honest with yourself, and going to work on those, and becoming better, and becoming better, and becoming better. And I think that's the kind of an example of paying the price. You know, like we were talking earlier, it sounds so simple. It sounds so simple, right? And it is.
Yes.
And I think a good point you said was, it's simple, but
not
it's
easy.
not easy. Not easy. And that's something that, you know, when we almost lost. Oh, yeah. But that's something that I think needs to be understood, that even though it's such a simple thing, we don't need to make it hard. It's going to be difficult, it's going to be challenging because it's new to us, but we need to know that we can do it, we can achieve it, right? But it's going to take some effort because we're not accustomed to pushing ourselves in that way. And I think that's paying the price, is pushing ourselves in a way that we're not used to, in a way that we know that we're facing something uncomfortable, we're facing something that we know is going to help us grow or become more knowledgeable, or reading a book, or something that's going to help us become better than we are right now in this moment. And it all starts with decision. Yeah, that's
everything starts with decision. So for this topic, I think we have a good video, right?
I think so.
What do you think?
What do you think? Pay the price?
Yeah. Send it for us a comment. Leave your comment if you like it. So really nice have you here with us. We are having only our conversations, right? And this idea is just to help you to think about things that usually a lot of people don't speak about, right?
Absolutely.
And this is the way that we build our next step. This is the way that we work on our self-knowledge. And I'm really happy to have friends like Ryan that makes me feel free to speak about anything, everything, you know. So really nice. You should have friends like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have us.
Yeah. Now you have us. And if you have some friend that you can speak about it, go and do it. If you can't pay the price, if you can't understand what it is, send it for us a comment, leave a comment, but try to find a friend, a real friend that can speak about it with you, chat about it with you.
I agree. I think that's the best way to be able to be open and vulnerable and speak your truth, you know, from your heart. So it's good.
Just to finish, about to pay the price. I'm from Brazil, and of course you can listen to my English. It's not my first language, but this is not an excuse for me for don't do on video, you know. So let's do it together. Just do your best and let's see what's happening, right?
You got it.
Bye.
See ya.
Like and subscribe. See you soon.